Derby County side at full strength, unchanged from last Saturday. This is their 9th home match in Europe, and they've won 6 of the previous 8. But meeting tonight the most famous club ever to come to the baseball ground. Real Madrid may not be quite the side that won the first 5 European Cups and a 6th 10 seasons ago, but in that lineup are 6 members of the Spanish European Championship and Olympic squad, and in midfield 2 world-class players from West Germany. They're without 2 more Spanish internationals, Benito at the back and Santillana up front, and that could be vital for Derby County's chances. And Real Madrid in an all-blue strip, kick off attacking the goal to our right. Dave Mackay, the Derby County manager, has described this as probably the most exciting, certainly the most glamorous night in Derby County's history. Let's hope the match lives up to that. Roy McFarland. Not wondering whether France's league called. Piri. Netzer. Piri, who played in the 66 side. Here's Real. Clear obstruction by Rubenan. McFarland is at the back. Bosque, Velázquez, George, Lee and Hector in the middle. Good catch by Miguel Angel. And the referee's given a free kick, but in fact the man who bumped into the goalkeeper was Camacho from Roy McFarland's cross. Netzer. Sol, who'd come across with George. Todd. Ball by Bolton in the Real half. There's David Nish. Gemmell. George! Oh, I say cracker! Applause all around the ground, and my word, he deserved it. That's as good a first-time shot as you'll ever see. Really brilliant goal. Nish found a good position. Archie Gemmell with the cross, and look at this, hardly off the ground. The goalkeeper beaten all ends up. Right now. Netzer. George. Good tackle by Camacho on the... ...15 minutes gone, 1-0 to Derby County. And here's Lee. And he's given it the penalty. Lee pushed from behind by Camacho, trying to set himself. Took it well, turned, used his arm a bit, but Camacho just managed to put him off. Got his left leg as he swung with the right. Charlie George with a chance of his second and Derby's. Start for Derby County. They couldn't have wished for this in their wildest dreams. They couldn't have expected it. The left foot shot the first one, this with the right, just as hard, just as good. Although the goalkeeper did guess the right way. Del Bosque. Piri. Velázquez, Sol, Breitner. Rubinan up. And Real then had 2 back with Derby 3 up. That's a good ball to George. Todd. Camacho away. Amancio. Charlie George had gone 6 matches before tonight without scoring. Bosque, but Rubinan hadn't read it. Sol. Velázquez. Good player, and yet he's not normally in the side. Netzer. Beautifully cut out by McFarland. Gemmell. Leaving Netzer. Hector running right, George left, Lee down the middle. Another screamer from Charlie George. He is absolutely red hot. Tremendous power in the shooting. Sol. Manthio giving it width. Velázquez behind him. Lovely change of feet. Manthio, who was in the Real side that won the European Cup in '66 and indeed in the beaten side of '64. Sol. Breitner there to help. A good header by McFarland. Netzer. Sol. Amancio. Piri! Beautifully made goal. McFarland looking for the offside. What an example of patience. Piri, the scorer, current Spanish captain. Amancio with the cross, and look how Piri had got away, and I would think McFarland was certainly keeping him onside. 2-1 the score. Space for Amancio, carried too far, which is not noted for doing. Free kick will be given for that challenge by Rubinan on Kevin Hector. Farland on his way up. Saw him at the bottom of the picture. Rioch. Real moving out en masse. Farland is in. Beto Martinez going for pace with Todd. And the referee is coming up, and where's he going to give it? And Martinez can't believe it. He's given it outside. It's a question of when the foul was committed. Did his momentum carry him in? Let's see. Well, I must say it was very, very tight. Breitner running over it. Nish and Gemmell, stride for stride. Good carrying by Nish, but now where's he going? Newton. Hector. Nish. And well brought down. But now what? Indirect for obstruction? Yes. Del Bosque looks at the referee, but I would think he'd be a little bit relieved. He pulled that down well and had to because George was in. But then what did he play? Again, a difficult one for the referee. Manthio prepared to run in, number 7. Comes to Todd! Hit right now, he knew little about it. Offside. Superb turn. There's more room on the other side. Fowler might still use it. Nish. Good try, and he's got it! The goalkeeper's expression summing it up. Starting it all, spurning a call by a number of players on the right side, instead came left, found Nish. And what sort of a view did the goalkeeper get? Pretty clear one in the end, although George ran across, or Hector ran across rather, but underneath the keeper's body. And a goal that will send Derby in feeling rather more comfortable. Todd, who started that right at the back with the lovely turn that found McFarland. Goal kick. Nish. Nicely taken down. Thomas. Rioch. Break by Newton. There's been so much fluid football, players from midfield and the back taking such good positions. That one by Newton, not to count. But the whistle, drowned by the noise of the crowd, has gone. Charlie George, who set Derby on the road. Pirri then pulling it back for Real Madrid, finding a sort of way for them. David Nish getting a very important third, 2 minutes from half-time. 4 goals of very different flavour and whetting the appetite for the second half. Derby, the 4th English side that Real have played in European competition. Manchester United twice, of course. And then Chelsea beat them in the final of the Cup Winners' Cup, and Ipswich beat them in the UEFA Cup. Here's Rioch. Rubenan a little bit fortunate. Charlie George is down, got a knock on the ankle. Pirri doing well. Nice touch from George. Tremendous battling by Gemmell. Here's Lee. Play on, said the referee. Newton. Hector. On Saturday, Kevin Hector, to end something of a drought, but hasn't had the shooting boots tonight. Lee. George. Lee. Another example of powerful shooting, and Miguel Angel making up the error of the first half, perhaps. Looked very spectacular. It's Ruben out on the near post. Piri with the moustache. Newton trying to nod it down for McFarland. Offside given when the pass was made. Amancio. A moment of casualness. Here's Hector. Real have got 5 back now. Todd breaking from the back. Lee. Lee's header tipped over. Lee moving to the far post. McFarlane up in the 6-yard box. George. Miguel Angel played against Denmark in the European Championships and Bulgaria in the Olympic Games recently. Breitner. A nudge from behind by Hector, but in fact it helped Breitner. Rioch looking up and switching well to Gemmell. Got a deflection! Swerving really viciously. Gemmell another to be in contest as man of the match. Deflected off Del Bosque. Thomas has come up with this one. Number 2 and McFarlane 5. George. Del Bosque nodding it away. Velázquez. Amancio. Todd checking on what's behind him. Martinez in the middle. Free kick against Newton. Amancio. Breitner. Here's Piri. Bolton to meet him. But Piri has done it again. No, it's not going to count. The flag is up. It's Torvik Backram again. They're going to protest to him, but Piri has been given offside. Let's look at it. Breitner through. The linesman was level. Breitner. Piri. Martinez. Rubinan. Piri. Worrying moments these for Derby County. Amancio. Thomas. Hector. well taken by Bolton. But it should be said, it's marvellous to see the away team in a European Cup tie attacking the way Real Madrid are. Attacking every bit as much as Derby County. George is just offside. Netzer. Gemmell. George. Hector. Yes, says the referee. Netzer's tackle on Hector. Hector coming across just inside the 18-yard box. Netzer, well, it looked like an attempt to play the ball, but it caught the leg, and for the second time tonight, the referee has given a penalty against Real Madrid that they feel aggrieved about. And this could decide the tie overall. They're appealing, I don't know for what. They're looking at the linesman who's in fact on the other side. A penalty it is. That's the decision of Anatoly Ivanov. And Charlie George with a goal that could put Derby County in round 3 of the European Cup. They have a 3-goal advantage from the first leg. And there is a very unhappy man. Twice beaten from the penalty spot, and there's a very happy one. Twice scored from the penalty spot, and now completed his hat-trick. Charlie George with a right foot penalty again. "78 minutes, Derby County 4, Real Madrid 1. Del Bosque. Rioch. Martinez. Velázquez. Nish. Vaughan. The final whistle, and it's a 3-goal advantage that Derby County take to Madrid in a fortnight's time. And the crowd at the baseball ground have seen a marvellous game and enough incident to fill a book.